Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. Hey guys, here. Welcome to more Blitz talk, and there's been a lot of things going on. We're gonna go through like what you should be focusing on now. Obviously, like you're doing your challenges, all that stuff. You know all that. We're kind of like to look at. We'll talk through, how we're getting cheap training, that kind of stuff. Prepping for the future. You need to do it now during Blitz. Investments, that kind of thing. We're going to look forward to in the next day or so with Cyber Monday coming out. And with Cyber Monday, Rock Bottom, they told me they're going to have like Cyber Monday deals again. So go check them out. Use code GUTFOX. Obviously, there might be other codes. Gut Off, I know, was a code for a couple days ago. I don't know if they're going to do that again. But those are the codes to get cheaper training. Coins, limiteds, training, that kind of stuff over at Rock Bottom. So, Blitz itself. Okay, now, Blitz has been a bit of a letdown this year. Probably one of the worst Blitzes as far as deals and the market playing out that we've ever seen. Now, the market has absolutely gone down. Like, let's not be real. It's crashed, right? TVP leaving. We kind of all talked about that, anticipated it. But a lot of top-end cards, the crash before the crash was the crash. And so some of them have been falling a little bit later. All Madden cards, for example. Some of them are pretty steady, like Harvest. We talked about Harvest because it's like a new program, the newer one. I actually didn't expect any Harvest deals during this because they didn't do any last year, but those have stayed pretty steady. The Harvest sets themselves have been really nice. They've been profitable at times, and now they're like just really cheap training. If you're going to do Harvest sets, do the big cards, and then quick sell like those 90s. One thing I will say, it's kind of weird. There are BNDs. I tweeted about this. Definitely follow me on Twitter. There are BNDs. For some reason, people are saying, I saw it, I went up and I bought this BND, DJ Reader, and it was a BND, right? It was literally BND, so I couldn't sell it, couldn't try to do anything like that, and it sold for only a quarter training. So be careful when you're buying on the block. There's a major glitch going on. Somehow people are putting up BNDs. I don't know how it's done. I don't think it's done. I don't know. I thought maybe it's done through the dupe glitch like it did like PlayStation last year. But I'm hearing Xbox players are running into a few of it themselves. So it's not that. Maybe it's with the companion app. I'm not sure. Maybe Muttleaks will look into it because he had that same. He had it on like PC a couple years ago. I don't know. Was that last year? Or was it 2 years ago? Where you could post BNDs up there on PC for like 12 hours until EA patched it. So definitely be aware when you're surfing the block for, especially those 90 cards that come out of sets. So I think it has something to do with sets. Anyways, training being down means one thing. We want to look at it because I want to show you, for example, last year. So let's just go to previous to Blitz last year. Here was it, like November 21st, 2021. At like last year was like 11, 12, very similar to this year as of prices, okay? Then Blitz hit, and I will just choose a day. Blitz hit, got down to 7, 8-ish, okay? So got almost cut in half, 40%. And then after Blitz, we went almost right back up to where it was. So what does history teach us? That it's a good time to get training, okay? Now, obviously, without like the reintroduction of TVP, we lost a little bit of the training value out of like, people powering up cards. So training doesn't have as much demand, but the rerolls are still there. You can still kind of like, have fun with it and burn training through that. And people do it even though the rerolls are L's. Trust me, I've tried. So I definitely think, especially because we're staring down the shadow of the Christmas promo and presents and stuff, it's not a bad idea. And I did this for a few hours today on stream as we were watching football together. By the way, shout out for everybody coming by the stream. It's been awesome. The support's been insane. Like, 26 to 4,000 plus this weekend that we've had in the den over at twitch.tv/GutFox. Really appreciate you guys making it an absolute blast. Energy's high. Vibes are awesome. I'm totally into vibes. I know I'm a boomer and it's cringe when I say that kind of stuff, but we're talking about it. We're doing it. Deal with it. We like being cringe. So anyways, take a look at the training spreadsheet. You generally want to find training 5 and under. I think 5 and under is probably a good place to grab training. Of course, we're a couple weeks out, so you're going to have to like hold it for a little bit. But you generally, like in previous years, having training going into this, like basically the only promo the whole year, Christmas. Now, we'll probably get an alt currency too, but generally we have a training for presents. It's not a bad idea to have training. Obviously, coins have generally always been kings, but for the Christmas promo, training generally has gone up, okay? So having a fair amount of training. Don't ask me what a good number is. I don't know. I don't know your situation. I can't tell you exactly what a good number for you is. But it's not a bad idea. The 86 filter, either by position, you could go by program. So 86 is under 10K. That's under 5. I think that's a snatch, okay? 88s, just go by the spreadsheet. 88's like 22 are good ones. 89s at 35s. I definitely recommend sniping it, obviously, by newest instead of by lowest price. 87 for 17. That's a little high. So, anyways, grabbing training. Sets. I talked about the Harvest set being decent training. I'm not going to go through and do the math for you, but basically, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. You can go through other sets that are providing profit. I'm not going to go through sets because generally when I go through sets, I ruin them and people get angry at me. But because I've talked about the Harvest sets before, I'm okay ruining them, and you know they don't stay ruined too long, luckily. But yeah, just doing the sets because the cards come back at a quarter training. Aaron Rodgers, you can get generally some pretty cheap training depending on how much you're sniping the 88s and 90s for the set, either putting them into the 90 Harvest and then all the way up to the 93, or just grabbing 90s off the block. You can generally do the set, sell the 93, and then quick sell the 90s that you get NCAT back. So that's something to do, okay? So like it's kind of weird because like this year we've had TVPs stay, go. And so like we hope they're going to repeat the TVP. So that's why I talk so much about training is the TVP comes back, training market potentially up. Chris's promo training potentially up. So like we're kind of in like the middle of the hurricane in the eye right now in Blitz on these offers bringing down the market. That, you know, maybe not bad idea. Let's talk about actual investments during the Blitz time. Now, we've seen some cards go up to an insane amount, namely linemen, okay? So, namely, like, you know, the highest overall, limited left guard, right guard, those things, the Zach Martin, that kind of stuff, they're up to an insane amount. And we saw it earlier this year with Jahari Evans went to an insane price before he got reduxed. So when you look at this spot, like Fanica's up to 815. You could get him for 400K this past weekend or slightly over that. So he's doubled. I don't think a lot of people wanted to invest in these cards on the precipice of Blitz. But generally, like, these are like the only limiteds that have been performing. Like Tyrann Mathieu still hasn't gone up this whole time. He's still sitting low 400s. So it really depends on the rareness of the position. The card has to be really good and the top of his position to really go up. And it has to not already start super high. Like somebody like Herschel Walker, especially as we're staring down the 92 plus one tonight. Not that great. And we get a new halfback every week, right? There's a new best halfback, new halfback in the game. Walker 1.35. Don't love it. There might be a crash for the crash. I keep saying Walker. Marcus Allen on his card. So I don't know. I don't love, I've said this before, don't love investing in halfbacks or quarterbacks unless like there's psycho insane numbers in the market. Now, I'm also hearing the Elway set is omega profitable. So FYI for those people looking, it's just don't buy golds too overpriced because EA will ban you. Sadly, a lot of people have been clapped from that. I don't know why they keep doing that, but the Elway set, just an FYI, it takes like 12 hours. But like from what I heard today, someone finished it, Long Hair Don't Care, and he's a pretty reliable voice. I trust him quite a bit. He said he even profited from the sets themselves because all the cards are in the mud, like the 87s, that kind of stuff. The only problem is like the golds. If they're not on the block, you're kind of screwed. But if you're into the Elway set, like I said, don't buy golds near the top of the price range or you get banned. Selling Elway also a lot of people are nervous about because they sell Elway and then potentially get banned. So Elway, like just him. If you profit off the sets themselves, wild. And then you profit off of Elway, who's not on the block, but selling between 4 and 5 million coins right now. That's about as profitable set as we've ever seen in this game. It's just, you're nervous to do it. All right, other investment opportunities. So a lot of people are confused by this right away, okay? A lot of people are confused by which ones sell for Blitz bolts. So only one of them, right? Besides for the solo players, there's only one player that sells for Blitz bolts, and it's this Belton, okay? So as this comes to the end in the next day or so, oh, newest. Let's go to buy now. 89 overall for 39K. That's a little bit above training, but as this comes to the end of the cycle, these Dane Beltons are potentially going to go up tomorrow. Now, 183, I bought a little bit lower than that, but tomorrow when people realize they're a few tickets away, they might go ahead and grab a Belton or two. So there's only a few on the block. We don't know if we're going to see more. I was hoping for one more dip before I grab any more. But 183 might be worth the risk to grab them for the extra Blitz bolts, because people will be forced to buy this card if they want to get the Blitz tickets for the end. But I don't know. People might just end up settling for a 92 or a 93 out of Blitz tickets instead of the big 94s, because there is obviously the Blitz players, these ones right here that you can use your leftover tickets on. So I will be live on Twitch for the 11 o'clock offer. So if you guys want to know how good this 92 Legend Player pack is, I'll see you over on Twitch. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of it for investments. Let me double check. Obviously, sets. I don't want to go through. Oh, there is talk out there. The Matthew Berry thing might be a bust right now, because EA might just rename. You know how Season 2 here ends in a couple days? 10 days to be exact, I believe. Yeah, Season 2 ends in 10 days and 14 hours. There's talk out there that Season 2 might be extended into like extra innings or overtime or whatever, because people had trouble getting all of Season 2. So Matthew Berry, which is coming at the end of Season 2, EA might kind of pull the rug out from under us and bring Season 3 in like January after the regular season ends. So that way they have all Team of the Week done. So that way it's at the end of the year instead of at the end of like this Season 2. So be wary for all those Matthew Berry investors out there. I know there's quite a few here during Blitz. I pulled a Matthew Berry card and I didn't sell it just for that purpose. Was like, maybe I'll just wait to see if we get at the end of day 2. So anyways, that is a major risk out there due to that potential knowledge that has hit the world, the MUT streets, the leaks. Okay, so we'll see how reliable that is here soon enough. But yeah, for Matthew Berry cards, we'll see what the price is. Are they going to be wildly overpriced? People speculating. Just look for the signatures on the cards for the Matthew Berries. 90 overalls. I don't see any Matthew Berry 90s here. Oh, here it is. Cheapest one right now is 92 for the Mahomes, which is almost double the price of what he is. We could see a huge. They're even getting bought. CD, obviously CD is CD, but yeah, they're all 100K. Might be worth taking your profit if you've made any on the Michael Berry already, or Matthew Berries. I keep saying the wrong name. That's all I want to talk about. Blitz promo. I'll see you guys tonight. Little 2-a-day Fox over on Twitch. It's been a while. I've really enjoyed my time. Anyways, bye.